Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is called Entori Lex, which is the same name as a book blog that I've had for the past couple years. Today I am going to talk to you about a number of my favorite nonfiction and fiction books by Black authors, featuring Black characters and focus on Black people. I know that everyone is beyond stress watching the protests happening, watching the riots happening, watching police brutality be committed against people who are fighting just to have a little bit of humanity in the United States. So I wanted one of my first videos to focus on recommendations that I think can support the Black community and also increase awareness about what the Black experience is in America right now. So, let's get started. Eloquent, Eloquent Rage by Brittney Cooper is a feminist, Black, awesome manifesto about what it's like being a Black woman in America, uncensored, no holds bar, a wonderful read for everybody. This is Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. This is a book about how Black people in America have come to be, considering the experiences of slavery. Not only, the hard, systematic, racist things that we have to deal with, but the mental family dynamics that have developed because of it. This is The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. I have not read this yet, even though I've had the art for a very long time. But I know it's awesome. I want to get to it. And it is about a world, where slavery has an actual railroad involved in the Underground Railroad. Features great characters, great writing. I've read other stories by him, and so I would definitely recommend this if you're looking for a historical fiction book with a lot of serious issues featured, but great characters too. She Would Be King. This is by Witua Moore. This is about magic. This is characters in Liberia featuring magical realism. Some of them have powers. Some of them are accused of being witches. And I have not read this either, but I have been recommended many times by people on BookTube, on Twitter, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's really powerful because Liberia has such a connected history to the United States. Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Is that how you say it? Ta-Nehisi Coates. This is a powerful book about the author writing to his son, giving him lessons about how America, is a very hard place to be a Black man, how it's formed, how racism has developed over years, and how you have to learn to not only live within the system, but how to fight against it intellectually and how you live. This is The Sellout by Paul Beatty. It is the winner of the Man Booker Prize. It is a satire about a narrator who is a subject of racially charged psychological studies. I picked this up because it won the Booker Prize, and so I'm really looking forward to it. I also really enjoy books that feature satire and racial issues, and so I highly recommend it. Another great book that has been on my radar for a while. We Were 8 Years in Power by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I really hope I'm saying this name right, even though I know I'm not. This is all about Obama's years as a president and how he tried to deal with racial issues and do his best for the Black community within a very hard political climate that featured racism and white people who were just not for him. This is another Ta-Nehisi Coates book called The Water Dancer. It is Oprah's Book Club 2019. It is his first fiction book, and it's about a boy who has magical powers during the time of slavery and how he fights to escape slavery and then eventually get his family out of slavery as well. I've started reading this a few times but haven't really been able to get into it yet. I do think I will. I just feel like it's one of those books you have to be in the mood for, and sometimes, you know, reading about slavery is just not something you want to have on your mind. So this is Song of Blood and Stone. Song of Blood and Stone by L. Penelope. The sequel of this is already out, so if you're interested, you should probably pick up both books. This is a magical fantasy book. It's really, really good. It does feature romance, which is a genre that I don't usually like to get into, but the world building is fantastic, and all of the chapters like feature so in this book all of the chapters features excerpts from collected folk tales in this magical world, and I'll give you one of the chapter headings. When bonds of friendship would hold him down, Bobcat cuts his ties to run free. And then you try to figure out, you know, in the chapter what the hell that has to relate to, and you usually get it. So I love books like this where you're trying to like figure out puzzles and figure out what's next. It's really compelling. It features magic, war, romance, and black characters. So a great read. Okay, Friday Black. Now this is a horror book that this is a horror book by Nana Kwame Adjei-Brenyah. Clearly I'm not pronouncing that right, but it's a great little collection of short stories featuring horror. Really compelling, really weird, but hard-hitting, featuring, you know, the title story about Black Friday and consumerism and the horrors of, you know, being tied to a mall where zombies are there coming in and shopping no matter what and sucking their life away. You know, really close to reality, but a lot of commentary on how we live and feel now. Heavy. This is the only memoir that I'm featuring in this list of recommendations. It's really, 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 really good. So as my day job, I'm a civil attorney, and I was like struggling to sit in court and not like leave, because there's a lot of downtime when you're waiting to represent your clients, and go in the hallway and keep reading this book. It's so good. I couldn't put it down. I read it all. You see all these tabs because I loved it. I read it all, I'll say, in like 2 days. This is a book about trying to exist as a black man in academia, in a black family, in a world of racism, in a world that does not, you know, accept everyone's bodies and how they present themselves. It's really compelling. Some of the best writing I've ever read. So really great read. So this book, like, you can't even really see the title because it has all these like little heads on it, but We Cast a Shadow. Now this is another satire that I really enjoyed, and it's all about a man who is working really, really hard so he can get surgery done for his son to become white, because in this world racial apartheid is very explicit. All the black people are confined to very sad existences, and even he works as like a token within his own job and is trying very hard to find a way out for his child. And along the way, there's a lot of really hard-hitting scenes about what it is like to be a spectacle and held out as a token, and how you can internalize your like that racist hatred that people have against you. So We Cast a Shadow is a great read. I haven't seen a lot of booktubers read it, and I would recommend that you pick it up. So those are my recommendations of nonfiction and fiction reads. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other books that you think I should really pick up. I have read many others, but I feel like these were just the top of the top of the top of the top for me. And so I wanted to feature them in this video. Please donate to the bail funds. I'm going to have some links below about where to go to do that. Also, mutual aid funds. And if you can't donate, just keep spreading awareness about police brutality and how we can all come together to fight against it. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye.